Uh, in terms of the theme for today's talk is on factories of future. And before I get into what First Solar is doing, there are a few elements on what we believe as a company should be the factory of future, not just for our industry, but generically across manufacturing, are these four things. And I'd like to share those thoughts with the audience. We think, firstly, a factory of future should be carbon neutral, right? It should run 100% on renewable energy. It should consume green hydrogen in case there is any kind of combustion going on. It should have green buildings. So overall, the factory of a future, basically to qualify for that epithet, should be carbon neutral. That's the first goal which we have and the vision towards which we are working on. The second aspect, and Sohini spoke about this, and we completely believe in it and actually very inspired by what she spoke, because that's exactly our goal too, is that the factories should be designed to be gender neutral, right? Especially hardcore manufacturing shop floor environments today. As we think about running 3-shift operations and looking at maximizing, gender diversity in the workforce, how do you design those workplaces to be neutral for gender? That's the second thing which we believe should be a core element of the factory of future. The third thing is factories of future should be zero waste. Whatever they make should be recyclable, should be reusable. Whatever they discharge, they should minimize that discharge to the extent it should be zero, if not. And so that's the other aspect around which you should design the factory of the future. And lastly, of course, it should be digital in the sense that you have Internet of Things. We have a high degree of automation. There is artificial intelligence, machine learning, meta, all these technologies and platforms which are evolving find their way into the factory of the future, so that you can potentially operate, maintain, if not operate, at least maintain the factory of the future from remote. If there is a problem in a machine, somebody need not be at the floor in the middle of the night to troubleshoot and diagnose. It could be done from remote. And I think we are already almost there, but as you think about the factory of the future, digitalization is a very important aspect of that element. First Solar is building a vertically integrated solar module manufacturing in Pillai-Pakam. The investment is about 5,200 crores. We're going to hire about 1,200 direct workers in the factory, knowledge workers. And this would directly contribute into the country's vision of having that 40% of our energy generation capacity on renewables, right? Today, as the world transitions from oil and fossil-based economy into renewables, solar suddenly has become the new oil. And ironically, today China controls about 90% of the manufacturing value chain globally for high volume solar manufacturing. First Solar is the balanced 10%. And as the Indian government looked at and recognized solar as a strategic resource and created a whole basket of incentives around incentivizing local manufacturing, and becoming self-reliant in this area, this was a perfect opportunity for us to look at expanding our manufacturing in India. It's one of the largest growing markets for renewable energy in general, and solar in particular. And Tamil Nadu is actually the biggest state in terms of renewable energy generation in the country, fact which has not been advertised that much as it should have. But that's what led us to look at Tamil Nadu, and we can go into more details around why did we invest in Tamil Nadu whenever the right opportunity is. But I thought we would leave some thoughts around how do you think about factories of future with those four things. Back to you, sir.